Hey, good morning, guys, brothers and sisters, believers. I had a brother that was asking me this morning. He was questioning me on how to deal with a particular situation. Not necessarily with that person at hand now, but with how to feel about it, I suppose, how to go about it through prayer. And he was asking me. He said that the other day he encountered, it was at a 4th of July party at the place where, at their place, his wife and his son, and the wife's, I guess his wife's cousin's family came over, and I guess at one point, her husband had raised his voice to this dear brother of mine, raised his voice to his son, talking about how the son was rudely interrupting. And this was even, I guess, after knowing, my brother said that he had informed this gentleman early on in the day about his son having autism. And sometimes he just kind of gets overly excited, when he's trying to talk to people, and especially adults and things like that. And it was, I guess my brother said that it was in the tone of voice that he didn't like. And it's just how I was raised is, aunts, uncles, stuff like that, you would correct your nieces or your nephews or something like that. But this was an adult that didn't even know this child. And it was just, like I said, in that tone of voice that my brother was not comfortable with. And, me being a father myself, I would have definitely taken issue with that. And it could have easily went the same way around. Like, my brother could have raised his voice toward his children. I don't think that other person would have been too kindly about it, And I know I definitely would have taken issue with that. Whether or not my child was in the right or wrong is another issue. And, I told him, I would have definitely been angry. I would have been upset. And where do you go from there with that? Because, yeah, I would have corrected my son and everything. I would have told him, hey, you can't be interrupting when adults are talking, It's a constant reminder. Yes, he's almost 12. But at the same time, he gets excited. That's his personality, And as to my brother with his son, same thing, I mean, when kids have something to say, they get excited about it. And so, I was trying to help my brother out, answer this question, just how to approach stuff with love. You could be angry and sin not, as Paul talks about. When it comes to matters of love, the Spirit, fruits, gifts of the Spirit, love. How do you approach something like that with love? How do you approach this person that was invited to somebody else's home? How do you approach that with love? And especially when it comes to your kids. I mean, it's okay to be angry. Patience. I mean, this is something that's not even, how do you approach it with love? I mean, what if this person's not even a believer to begin with? And from what I also understand, this gentleman also has a background of being a CO at a correctional facility. And it's like, well, this isn't prison and this child isn't an inmate. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know. Even myself, I'm kind of having a bit of a hard time grappling with this situation. I mean, it's no longer a situation, but it kind of, I could imagine, he was telling me that it just kind of got a little uncomfortable afterwards. That he just, he tells me he doesn't hate the guy, but he just doesn't really like the guy. He doesn't care for him. But I was just trying to help out a dear brother of mine, at least lend an ear, just hear what he had to say. And I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Subscribe, like. All right, guys.